But Brandon, let's end the podcast doing like we always do. And I think that next week is going to be our last pick'em. It's going to be our last picks weeks. Oh, tear. Crying because the last time we'll pick football games, because after that, we're only going to have one and we're not going to preview the national championship game. But then we'll have you wait till another video for our picks. But we're making the picks for this week in Bowl Mania with all the bowl games. And the one thing I have to shout out is, for everyone who joined our Bowl Mania group, here's the thing. You can still join it. However, if you didn't make your entry beforehand, you'll be behind the 8 ball. And our leader right now, he picked 4 out of the 6 games last week correctly. Character 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So character 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is leading the Bowl Mania group for the Primetime Podcast.
How many do we have in the group?
We have 11 people. Well, 11 people, including you and I.
Not bad.
11 people. So we have about 9 other ones, 8 other ones. Sean's one of those 9, but Character is currently leading. Let's see if we can catch up to him this week, Brandon, as I went 3-2 this week. The first game we're picking this week, we have the Boca Raton Bowl. The 7-6 Akron Zips going up against the 10-3 Florida Atlantic Owls. Who you got?
Gotta go Florida Atlantic.
Gotta go with Lane Kiffin.
Gotta go and support our boy Lane Kiffin, down there.
Our boy Lane.
At Laney. Yeah, we gotta support him. Florida Atlantic, actually really, good program this year, and they know how to put some points, and they know how to do some trickery, and they'll be able to do it against Akron.
Yeah, 95% of people picking the Florida Atlantic Owls. I am going to go ahead and go along with them, picking Florida Atlantic. Then we're going to move on. We've got the DXL Frisco Bowl. We've got the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, which I will always have a negative spot in my heart for the Bulldogs, because the only other time I had seen my Fighting Illini in a bowl game was the Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl a couple years ago. And Lou Holtz's son and the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs ripped my heart out as they stomped all over my Fighting Illini. They are going up against SMU. They are at 7-5. Who you got, the Bulldogs or the Mustangs?
I'm going to go with the Mustangs of SMU, hoping again that we can see Cortland Sutton in that one. Hopefully he'll be able to do something, make an impact, and help the Mustangs to a win. I'm
going to go with the Mustangs as well, mainly because, like I said, you ripped my heart out. I'm not going to pick you. Although, mostly underdogs from Bowl Week number 1. So you might want to go with the underdogs. And that's who I'm going to go with in the next one. We've got I'm going to screw this up, the Bad Boy Mowers Grasparilla Bowl. Garparilla Bowl? I screwed it up. Whatever. It's a bowl game. You've got the Temple Owls, who are the underdog. That is who I'm taking upset special. And we're doing these off of percentages of people picking on Bowl Mania, since I'm looking at my Bowl Mania sheet reading these games off. So because they're 29% hitting that upset special button, the Owls beating the Golden Panthers. Who you got?
Are we still going with upset special?
Yeah.
Are we still going with our fake buttons?
Yes.
Then I'm going to go upset as well. Temple in this one. I have a good feeling about it, and they'll probably lose. They'll probably lose 63-10.
Here's the thing with the upset special, because we're both looking at our Bowl Mania sheets to remember who we picked with all these bowl games. Yeah, our upset specials are going to go off of the percentages. So because 71% of people are picking the Golden Panthers, Temple would be the upset. We're not. We're going against that, and I'm actually going to go upset again in the Bahamas Bowl. This was a good one. I want to say last year, this was the one with Western Michigan in it, or 2 years ago was one of them with Western Michigan. This year we got UAB, the Blazers, going up against the Bobcats from OHIO. I'm hitting that button going along with 48% of the people picking the Blazers to beat the Bobcats.
I'm going to go with the other 52% of people. I'm going to go with Ohio for no other reason than that's just who I picked at the time.
All right. Then the next one, we talked about this quarterback earlier in the first segment. We've got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I love this because I love potatoes, Brandon. They are my favorite food. We've got the Chippewas from Central Michigan going up against Wyoming and the Cowboys and Josh Allen. I'm going with Josh Allen and his 90% recovered shoulder That's who I'm going with. Wyoming to beat the Chippewas.
Okay, I have to first stop. Potatoes, your favorite food.
I love, well, second,
people usually,
second
I like
favorite,
pizza. I
burgers.
like ice cream. I like this.
You know what? I would say burgers. However, if you gave me a bowl of mashed potatoes and just some gravy, I would just eat all of that and be happy.
I bet you wouldn't. So
I can't wait to see what the comment section says.
Oh, no, I definitely cannot wait for that. So I'm going to go with Central Michigan in this one. I'm going to go with the Chippewas. Wyoming, again, Allen, he did not impress me this year. I'm still not impressed with him. I think Central Michigan is able to get this win.
Then we're going to pick the Birmingham Bowl on Saturday at 12 o'clock. We've got the Texas Tech Red Raiders going up against Charlie Strong and the South Florida Bulls. I am going with the Bulls. How about you?
I'm going big upset here. Texas Tech, they know how to score
a 6-6
points.
team.
They know how to score points.
All right.
And I think that Charlie Strong's team has been very good this year in South Florida. But I'm still going to go with the Red Raiders.
And then we're going to move on. We're going to look into the Armed Forces Bowl. This one's going to feature Army. They are going to host the San Diego State Aztecs. Army coming off a big win against Navy off of a missed field goal. However, I think they end the season on a poor note. I'm going with the Aztecs to upend the Black Knights in the Armed Forces Bowl.
Upset again. I'm going with Army. Got to stick with them. They're hot.
Then we're going to move on. Dollar General Bowl. Appalachian State, the Mountaineers, going up against the Toledo Rockets. This one is just, I'm going to go with Toledo because Appalachian State. I mean, 8-4. This could be one that it's like, oh, Ricky picked Toledo. Just like the Arkansas State Mid-Tennessee. We talked mad shit about Mid-Tennessee. Like, oh, you're a basketball school. And then they go ahead and beat the Arkansas State Red Wolves. This could be the same thing, but I'm picking Toledo.
I'm going Appalachian State because when you were throwing these out to me, I had no idea of their records or anything. I just went Appalachian State.
8-4, 11-2.
Reason being is because I thought of the last time that someone had played Appalachian State and it actually mattered, and it was Michigan.
Okay.
And Appalachian State showed up to that game. And this game absolutely does not matter.
And Appalachian State should have beat Tennessee last year. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. So I think Appalachian State, they're going to come to play. They're going to win.
Then the last one we're picking for this week, the Hawaii Bowl on New Year's Eve. We got the Fresno State Bulldogs, the alumni school of Derek Carr. Then we got the Houston Cougars, where I want to say, didn't Case Keenum come from the Houston Cougars? I believe Case Keenum was a Houston Cougar. I am going to go with Fresno State in this one to win the 9-4 Bulldogs, upending the 7-4 Cougars.
I'm going to go with Houston because who cares?
Did you just say because who cares?
Yes.
I'm actually looking up right now. Case Keenum. Did he? I believe he was a Houston graduate. I'm going to look, and yeah, he was Houston. Okay, my memory does serve me correct. But this is where you guys come in. Let me know where you guys think down below who's going to win each of these games. Next week should be the big one. Next week's going to be good. Next week's
going to be the fun one.
Next week is going to be very good because we've got a ton of bowl games. We're basically picking from the 26th all the way to the up until the national championship, but a little bit of house cleaning or housekeeping here at the end. First off, if you like what we're doing here, check out patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast. It's your way to help support us, keep the lights on here at the studio. $1, you get an extra podcast. $2, you get the video to that podcast. $10, you get to be on the show with us each and every month. You are at that level. Also, if you're on iTunes listening right now or you have an iTunes account, please go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. Then do the same for the Onside Kick, the Fast Break, the Rick and Johnny podcast. And finally, we are selling MVP t-shirts. I don't have mine on right now, but this is right around where the logo would be on that shirt. You can go down to the description, figure out the exact steps on how to get yourself an MVP shirt and show the world how you love Most Valuable Podcast. I want to thank you guys for either watching today on YouTube or listening to us on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, or at mostvaluablepodcast.com. I want to thank you guys once again for watching and or listening. And as always, have a good day, everybody.